Today, we're talking about the Call of Duty Black Ops 7 beta, and Jack gives us his review of Borderlands 4. Let's discuss this and more on the Late Night Gamer podcast. Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 66 of the Late Night Gamer podcast, your place for late night laughs, hot takes, and video game reviews. I'm your host, Welchy, and joining me tonight is the second best Mario Kart player I know, Jack.
Hi, everyone, thank you for having me back.
It's just the two of us tonight. Andy is tired. We just recorded the Ghost of Yotei review. He's been away this weekend, so he kindly jumped on to do that, but has been very busy, so he's tired and skipping this one. And Stephen's having car issues still, so he'll probably join us again next week on the gaming side. But Jack, how you been? Obviously, we've been talking on streams and stuff, but how you been recently?
Yeah, not too bad, thank you, mate. Yourself?
Yeah, all good. I think this is your first time on this podcast since we changed it to 2 episodes a week.
Yeah,
So this is normally our what we've been playing section. Kind of try and have a theme. This week is obviously Black Ops 7 and Borderlands 4, but this one's a lot more less casual, I guess. The main topic was Ghost of Yotei this week, and this is more casual, but still a lot to talk about. So let's get straight into it. Of course, this is the Late Night Gamer podcast. We drop 2 episodes every week, typically on a Wednesday and a Friday, or this week it'd be Tuesday and Thursday, I should say. If you enjoyed a wow, I'm really fucking this up. If you enjoyed a podcast, please do consider following or subscribing on your favorite podcast service, and also leave a rating, as that really helps support the podcast. You can follow us on all major socials with the handle at the LNG Pod, and you can join our Discord using the link in the podcast description if you want to chat movies, TV shows, and video games. If you're listening or watching on Spotify, you can now leave comments on there too. And of course, our podcast is available on YouTube if that is your platform of choice. Be sure to also check out the LNG Pod on Twitch. Speaking of Twitch, our content schedule for the week beginning 6th of October looks like this. Tuesday, you had our Ghost of Yotei early review. Wednesday, you had our ZombieCon Volume 1 review on the movie podcast. Thursday, you're getting this episode, our Black Ops 7 Beta 4s and Borderlands 4 review. And then Friday, very special episode on the movie side, we have our interview with the director and producer of ZombieCon Volume 1. In terms of Twitch streams, I should be streaming Thursday, Friday, and Saturday this week, and it should be mostly Yotei, with maybe a little bit of Black Ops 7 beta if it's still running. Finally, we are sponsored by Dubby Energy Drinks. If you want an energy drink, I'm saying that a lot, for your long gaming sessions, then you can get a 10% discount on your Dubby products by using the code TheLNGPod at checkout. That's TheLNGPod for a 10% discount. Okay, let's get straight into it. Basically what we've been playing. I've been playing Black Ops 7 beta this week. Jack, you've not dipped into it yet?
I went on and did about 10 minutes
Oh, you
on
said you did
the
the
Survival
zombies,
Zombies
yes.
map, and I didn't realize they were just going to do a survival map. I thought they were going to release the whole new map that they're releasing with the game, but they're not. So I gave it about 10 minutes. I was like, "Yep, that feels like zombies," and
What's the
then just
difference?
hopped off.
What's survival mean? What's the...
So the newest map's going to be is called Ashes of the Damned, and you can drive between different locations. But then each location is just going to be separate as a survival map. So as if you don't want to have that whole mechanic of driving between places, you can just be like, I'm just going to try to do as many rounds on this
Oh,
one
okay.
place.
Just do waves in one part. Okay, I see, I see.
Like, do you
Zombies has
remember?
changed
Did you play
so
Black
much
Ops 2?
time that... Yes, but I never did the zombies.
Oh,
Zombies has
okay.
changed so much since what I call the heyday of World at War. Where it
That
was
was literally
just...
the first one as well.
Yeah, just log on, go through waves, and do your best. Now there's like stories to it. There's Easter eggs. It's crazy shit.
Yeah.
So, what's the general opinion been on the beta from the zombie side of things?
I think fairly positive, at least more positive than Black Ops 6. Um, for me, in Black Ops 6, the best map for zombies was the one that released with that Terminus one. All the other ones were I just felt a bit off for me, but it seems like the direction they're going from the start of the story this time is going to be really good. Um, because every map should be set in the Dark Aether, which is it won't mean anything to you, but like, but like to people who play zombies, it's like that's quite a cool. aspect. It's in similarity of like Marvel opening up the doors to the multiverse. It's like any old map could come in, or anything from Call of Duty history could now come back and be a map, as well as new things. So it's also lazy, but
Yeah,
it's also good. They need to do it because none of the new stuff is working. So
fair enough. I haven't bothered playing it because I don't really care for zombies.
yeah,
Maybe I
fair
should
enough.
one day give it a proper go, but I don't know. From my experience on the beta so far, which is the multiplayer, I'm not sure how much I'm going to be playing this game. It's not been pulling me in. I remember about a year ago, the Black Ops 6 beta come around, and I left that thinking, yeah, I'm ready for this. I'm ready for more. I can't wait for more.
Yeah.
Give it to me now, basically. And I've left this one thinking, I'm okay. Like, if this was delayed a month or 2 months or 3 months, I wouldn't really care. This comes out, I play it, but I'm not buzzing for it. I'm not expecting to play as much as I did Black Ops 6. I think I got to Prestige 2 or 3 on that one, which isn't crazy, but considering I that was my first Call of Duty in years, it was a fair amount.
Yeah.
This beta just feels weird to me. It doesn't feel like Call of Duty anymore. Um, I know they brought in this like omni movement stuff previously, but it seems to have gone another level. Like it's so fast paced, which is fine and it's good, but I think there's a point where it gets too much. And this is going to be a real defining year for Call of Duty, I think, because they've got Call of Duty doing this, going like the extreme kind of arcade. Like this is extremely arcade game. Like
Yeah.
there's no realism here at all anymore in my mind.
No.
And then you've
And
got Battlefield 6, yeah, 6 coming, which they're going, okay, we're going to go for ultra realism and we're going to try and see who comes out on top. And don't get me wrong, numbers wise, I think Call of Duty will probably win. It's the first time I'm doubting
especially because of
myself.
Game Pass as well.
Yes, well, if we haven't spoken about Game
Well,
Pass,
actually, yeah, the
the price of
fucking
Game
price
Pass
of it.
has just fucked
Okay, so
everyone
maybe
up.
not.
Everyone's fucking cancelling, so who knows? Um, so yeah, it's gonna be interesting. I think Call of Duty will still win just because it's Call of Duty. It's got the name. People just log on and mindlessly have fun. I don't
Yeah,
think you can quite do that as much on Battlefield. It's a bit more tactical. You've got to think about it a bit more. But um, for me, I'm not gonna say I didn't enjoy this beta. I enjoyed moments with it. So I played about 8 matches overall over across 2 days, which is probably about an hour and a half of gameplay, including time in cutscenes, loading screens, doing sorting out my loadouts and stuff.
yeah,
Some of the weapons, every weapon I used was fine. Again, it started to in Black Ops 6. It started to feel like at some point all the weapons felt a bit the same. There was no real
yeah,
difference what I was using. Got a little bit of that here. The maps again remind me of Black Ops 6 maps. Some of them are good, but they're not memorable. There's not any like
no,
shipment here or any what I call like the classics. Maybe I'm just an old head
yeah,
who just loves the classics, wants to go back to those days. But and I think they're bringing back some Black Ops maps and Black Ops 2 maps maybe, so there will be them here. And this is only early days. Maybe some of these maps will end up being classics, but I doubt it. So just for some context, I played the best map I played was Black Heart, which I think actually might have been the last match I played. He was kind of on like this oil rig or a ship, some sort of ship. It wasn't quite. Do you ever hijacked in Black Ops 2?
yeah.
Not kind of that luxury one. It was more like a worker's ship, I would
Oh, there
say.
was a map like that on Modern Warfare 1.
Reboot or the original.
It's in the campaign, and then it's
Oh, you mean Wet
also
Work?
a yeah. Do
Oh,
you mean like that
nothing like
sort of
Wet
ship?
Work. Nothing like Wet Work had a
Oh no.
style to it. You know what I mean? It was like all dark blue and stuff, and it was like a long.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Maybe this was more of an oil rig. I can't. I don't know. You're running around so
Either way,
fast on this fucking map in this game now that you don't
something in
get
the
time to
sea.
take it in. It felt like I was on some sort of ship rig thing,
Yeah,
but it worked really well. And on that map, I was playing Kill Confirmed, which is my personal favorite mode, and since God knows when, since they introduced it, really. Um, and yeah, this map just seemed to work really well for that map. It's fast paced anyway, this game, but this map worked for it. It had close quarters combat, um, and yeah, it just looked good and felt the best. Other maps that I liked were Cortex. I think was a good one. That one I played a game called Overload. I don't know if that's a new mode or not. It's just one I haven't played before. And then just standard team deathmatch or kill confirmed on that one. That was good. There's one called Imprint, which reminded me a lot of Summit from Black Ops 1. It wasn't Summit. It
Yeah,
definitely wasn't a reboot or anything like that, but just the vibe of it was a little bit similar. Then there was a couple of other maps I played. Exposure, which seemed okay, and The Forge. Um, Again, nothing to write home about. One of those, I think Exposure, maybe, had like on one side these solar panels, which
yeah,
you could climb onto. That's another thing I haven't mentioned. The new movement system where you kind of jump. You can't double jump, but if you jump onto a wall and then jump again, you can
like
jump
spring
up
off it.
again. Yeah, spring off it. That's probably the
Yeah,
best word. You can't run on it as far as I can tell, but you can spring off a wall to get like higher again.
yeah,
You can kind of see there's probably some cool things you can do on the map. So I noticed on that exposure map there was this really high kind of open container, and I was thinking, how the fuck can you get up to that? But I imagine there's a way. It's been
yeah.
it looked so obviously placed, like come and look at this or come and get up here somehow. There's obviously some way of doing that. So I think there's going to be a lot of fun, kind of quirky things that people will find out on these maps pretty quick on TikTok and stuff. You'll see these little paths that people are taking,
Yeah.
the quickest route to B or something, um, B flag. In terms of weapons, there was one SMG in this game which was just unbelievable called the Dravik. The only reason I used it is because it's one of the ones they give you at the beginning, and
Oh
I felt
yeah,
like I was just melting people with it. It felt so good. And then
yeah.
when I went to use the first SMG when a custom loadout, the Raiden 45K, my fucking god, the insane recoil on that thing. Like I was shooting it like going all the way up straight away. I ended up unlocking some attachments for that, which made it a lot better. Controlled the recoil a lot more, so that ended up being okay. But the Dravek 45 felt the best. In terms of assault rifles, they felt fine. The M15 Mod Zero, so many names just aren't the same anymore on guns. By the way, like
No.
back on COD 4 when it was just the M4, the M16, the MP5, the P90, they have a ring to them. They're so simple.
Well, they're
The,
real gun names now. They're not, are they?
yes, I mean when
I
I know
guess.
we're
I
in the
guess
near
as well. Yeah.
future, the M15 Mod Zero. I was like, fucking hell, that's hard to remember. But I guess I call it the M15. That was fine. I tried the burst rifle. I think that was on stream last night. I suck with burst rifles. It was the M8A1, which has probably been in the games before, maybe Black Ops 2 or something. Um,
I feel like the burst guns ain't been good since like the original Modern Warfare 2.
yeah, what
Like
the
with the
M16
M1s,
on that was,
M1s.
yeah, that used
Yeah,
to ruin people. Um, was it the FAMAS in one of them? Actually, that might have been Modern Warfare 2 as well, actually. um,
yeah, yeah. It was because, and then on Modern Warfare 3, that became like a really quick gun, didn't it? Oh no,
yeah,
no,
no,
sorry,
that's
Black
Black
Ops,
Ops, wasn't
Black
it?
Ops,
Black Ops,
Black Ops,
yeah.
Black Ops. Yeah, Black Ops. Yeah, literally next game out, and it was just suddenly like the most quickest
Automatic
gun in the
rifle,
game.
yeah.
But yeah, yeah,
Um, so I didn't like that personally, but I could see it being a good weapon. One thing I want to point out is the shotgun. The first shotgun, the M10 Breacher. The weirdest thing I've ever used in any Call of Duty game. Like I would pull the trigger and it wouldn't shoot for like at least a second later. It was bizarre. Like,
I had a weird thing in zombies. One of the shotguns was a wall buy. I think it's called the Echo 12,
right.
maybe. And it does like you hold the trigger and it'll do like a dum dum, like double shot, but then you still have like more than one round left, so it could do another double shot, and then you hold the trigger again, it's just dum, and then it just stops, and it's like I didn't really get what the fuck was going on with it. It just
No.
kept doing like two shots, one, then it might do two, another two, one, but I was pressing the trigger the same every time. I was like, what the fuck is going on with this gun? But yeah, I haven't really tried that many guns from it, to be fair.
But it seems like they've fucked up the shotguns then because honestly,
Shotguns.
I was shooting it and it was like at least a second delay. It might have even been more. I was like, this is impossible to kill anyone now. And I got a few kills out of pure luck, like because I shot and it happened to be in my line of sight as it went off. But it did not feel good. Like I think back again, we're going back to the old games, but the Modern Warfare 2 with the Spaz 12, that was
Yeah,
just so responsive. You shoot that bang, and it was just so good to use. And was it the models in that game as well?
the
We could
model
go
is
to dual
like
ones.
spin around.
Ah, so
Yeah.
satisfying. And this was like the complete fucking opposite. There's no, I would not use a shotgun in this game if they don't fix it because it just didn't feel fun at all to use. Um, my big takeaway is that it is basically Black Ops 6 again, but even more arcadey, even more unrealistic, even more fast paced. So if that's the way you like these games going, then I think you're gonna have a great time. If you loved Black Ops 6, like really loved it, I think you're gonna love this one. If you're looking for something a bit more classic Call of Duty, we're not getting near to that. We're getting further away from that, unfortunately. So I don't know. I kind of left not with a bad taste in my mouth, but I wasn't buzzing for this Call of Duty beforehand,
No.
especially after I saw that campaign trailer not too long ago. But I was kind of like, okay, but I'll probably have fun with multiplayer. But now I'm like, I just don't really care right now. Like, it will come out, I will play. I'm not going to say I'm not playing it. I will play the campaign, I'll play the multiplayer. But I think this is going to be one of the shortest ones I ever play. Like, I'll play it for a couple of weeks and then my mind will be taken to something else. It's just, this doesn't feel like what I want from Call of Duty, which
Yeah.
I'm just desperate for them to go back to the old days, which they never will, because why would they? They've got all these bloody microtransactions and battle passes. And I don't even mind that stuff, but I don't know. There's something about it. I'm sure they're going to bring back Nuketown again. It's going to feel exactly the same as last time, and same old shit, different week, different year in this case.
Yeah. Um, I was excited after I saw the zombies trailer, and the last Easter egg on Black Ops 6, the end of that sort of teased what was coming next. So I was quite excited to it, but yeah, same. I don't think I'm gonna put any hours into it that aren't zombies.
Yeah,
And like I wasn't really planning to buy it. I was just gonna get Game Pass to play zombies if they ever release maps. But now they've increased the price in
yeah.
it. It's getting to the point where it's only like, do I just buy it? Because I know I will play zombies quite a bit.
If you're going to play it a
So
bit, honestly, I'd buy it now. Game
it's
Pass,
getting to the point where I probably will just buy
I
it.
have been the biggest, what's the word? Kind of, I can't think of the word is, but the biggest promoter,
Supporter.
supporter, whatever of
Yeah.
Game Pass. Like, in my opinion, it has been the best value for gaming. I'm going to call this section Game Pass, by the way. We're going to go off on Game Pass for a minute. Um, making it sound in my notes. I've been the biggest supporter. I genuinely believe it's been the best value in gaming for such a long time now. Even they've increased the price recently, and I think at the moment in the UK it's £15 a month for
Yeah.
Ultimate, which is the whole
Yeah.
catalog, every game from Xbox anyway, day one is yours. And for me, that's incredible value. The game what is now £70, most of them. Even if you said it was
Yeah.
60, 4 months that takes to spend 60 quid on Game Pass. If you're getting two good first party Xbox titles in that time, you've made more than double your money.
Yeah.
All you needed one really. So if you just had Halo come out in 4 months, then a Gears, then a Fable, this is in 4 months. So you're going to have 3 games a year essentially. But they have been
Yeah.
delivering a lot more than that, which in my mind means, think about it, Expedition 33 this year. I know it's not a full price
Yeah.
game, but that is a game I would have, knowing how good it is now, that's worth so much money to me. Like, the money I spent on Game
Yeah.
Pass this year is worth that alone. And I've
Yeah,
played more.
this is why I don't like Game Pass because how like 50, so it's £150 for the year. That game's only like 20 quid on PC.
But I'm not just playing that.
No, but then you own it.
I know, but I also get to
And that
play
I think
everything else
that
I want to play. I get to play Call of Duty this year without having to buy it. But well, this is before I will get onto
you don't know,
the
yeah,
price
yeah,
increase. If it stayed at £15 a year, £15 a year, that'd be insane. A month.
yeah.
Um, Claire Expedition 33. I get to play Gears of War whenever I want. I know I can own them. I get that. But the Gears of War games, South of Midnight come out this year. I wouldn't have bought that, but I played it and I liked it.
Yeah, yeah.
Doom Dark Ages, I wouldn't have bought that,
On
but I played it and I liked it. All these games
no,
that
yeah,
I personally wouldn't buy day one, especially, I get to
oh no,
play
yeah,
on
that
day
I'm all
one and
for.
enjoy it.
Uh, that I'm all for as well because especially since I got PC. Is it the same on console? Like the first one's 9.99 and then it's 15.
15 for Ultimate, yeah. If you just want PC Game Pass, I think it's a cheaper option, yeah.
Yeah, it's nine ninety
But that's
nine. But that I
changing.
think that gives you every. Oh yeah, yeah. So like, yeah, I'm perfectly fine with that because I would only use it on games that I don't want to buy.
Yeah,
I
fair.
get, I guess anyone would really. But yeah, like Claire Obscure. I wasn't sure like
Mm,
whether I'd like it or not. So that one, and then afterwards it was like, oh, I should have just bought it. But uh,
yeah.
like yeah, that I'm fine for. But hiking up the price so much, I just think. they're obviously losing money and trying to claw a bit back, but then that's going to turn so many people away.
Yeah, I'm very interested what happens next. Obviously, what we're all talking about, if you didn't know, is that Game Pass have increased their Ultimate subscription. I don't think the cheaper ones have gone up by much. If they've gone up, it's not by much, but the Ultimate
Mhm.
subscription has gone up by 50%. So in the US, it was $20 a month. It's now $30 a month, which is sounds like such a big increase. Here, it's gone up from 15 to 22 or £23 a month, which again is a big increase. And it's the first time I just had my Xbox subscription rolling over since I bought my Series X. Like it's just been on the whole time. And this is the first time I'm thinking, okay, when do I cancel? Because I think I'm now going to be
Yeah,
that gamer who I think like you basically what you've been doing. You buy it when there's something you want to try.
yeah.
Um, which I'm going to keep it this month. Is it this month, COD? Next month? Next month,
Next
maybe.
middle of November. So
So
depending when your subscription date is.
mine is
Yeah,
just renewed at the £15 price. So I'm happy for that. So I'm
yeah, yeah.
guessing it'll be around the 2nd or 3rd of November that it will go again for 30. But that is the Call of Duty month. So I'll be like, okay, that's a £70 game. Why don't I just spend the 30, have Call of Duty for that month? If I don't like Call of Duty, I don't think there's much coming out in December on Game Pass, cancel it.
Yeah.
Yes, I lose access to my whole basic. I don't own. I own very little games on Game Pass on Xbox. Like it's been my Game Pass machine. So that console's going to become completely obsolete when I do cancel it. But when Fable comes out next year, I don't think it's coming to PlayStation. Yes, I could buy it, but it's one of those games, Fable, where I don't know if I'm going to love it or not. So I'll try it. Gears of War next
Yeah,
year, though, E-Day, that's a purchase now because I know I like Gears.
yeah.
So there's no need for me to try it. I'll just buy it and own it forever. Gears of War Reloaded is going to be an issue for me if we want to go and play that campaign, Jack, because
Yeah.
I don't
I mean,
own
I'm
that.
probably not. I don't know. I literally only got it on Game Pass
Yeah,
because I didn't expect to be playing too much of it anyway. Because I
yeah.
thought the multiplayer was good, but if I want to play multiplayer, I'd rather play Gears 5.
I don't own Gears 5, Jack. I don't own Gears 5.
Why did you never buy a Gears
The thing is
5?
that that game's gonna be so cheap when that'll go on sale for like £10 soon. Like it's,
Even I bought it on Xbox when it first came
I
out.
know, I know.
Even
I had Game Pass and I had no need. Um, so I think maybe I'll be hitting you up soon saying we need to finish Reloaded before my pass runs out. Um, but anyway, yeah, I'm gonna lose a lot of access to it. And what I would worry and throw concern to the wind, caution to the wind for everyone, especially people that have PlayStation Plus who are like really happy thinking, "Oh, look at us, but ours is so cheap now." If Xbox get away with this and they prove that it's made them money and like it's been the right move for them, PlayStation will do this too. Like, and especially because people have been calling for PlayStation to put their games like the God of Wars and stuff onto their service straight away. You now have to have Ultimate to do that in Game Pass, by the way. If you have the tier below that, yes, you've got a
yeah.
large library of games, but the Xbox first party titles, it says they're going to come within a year. So you have to have the £30 or £23 option to get them day one. PlayStation see that works, they'd be like, okay, you've all asked for this. Our game's actually better than Xbox's. So instead of £23 a month, if you want ours, it's £35 a month. And you get God of War, I don't know, Egypt, day one, but you're paying us £35 a month. And it's like,
I don't. I don't think they'll do it.
I hope they don't. I think Sony should stick to their model of our games are premium, you buy them because it's working.
Yeah.
But we all know how these companies love subscriptions. PlayStation have theirs. I don't think they will, but there's a chance they do. And if Xbox get away with it, I'm very interested to see what happens because people are canceling, and the Xbox website crashed the other day because everyone went to cancel.
Yeah.
They couldn't handle the amount of people that were canceling, which is insane. But the higher ups there are not stupid. They would have increased the price, similar that would have done for their numbers, which obviously would have gone it through the roof. Then they would have gone, right, okay, now let's assume 40% of those people cancel. Are we still in the red? Are we still in the green? Sorry. Are we still doing better than we was? And if they are, if they've accounted for that, if they accounted to lose 40% and they lose 30%, they're laughing and they won't give a shit. So
I
I don't know. And maybe a lot of those 30 might go, actually, I'm not going to pay the £30 or $30 price, I'll go to that tier below. They're still giving them monthly money.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it's interesting. I think Xbox is going to get away with this, unfortunately. But
I
I would
think
love them to go back and say,
oh no, yeah.
actually, we're wrong. This is the price.
I think I think they'll get away with it. I mean, like you've come to senses now that you think maybe I shouldn't do Game Pass. But
No,
like
I
there's
still
people out
love
there.
Game Pass, but my
Oh,
thing
fuck
is
Game
the
Pass.
value's not as
It's
good as it was. I know they've added the whole Fortnite pass into that. So if you're a Fortnite player as well, this is definitely worth your money because that's £10 on its own, I think, a month.
yeah.
But if you're not a Fortnite player, which is why they've added it because not everyone is, and they've added the Ubisoft collection as well. Fine, everyone knows. Everyone's got an opinion about Ubisoft. They're not the best games in the world, but at the end of the day, it's still good value because if they do deliver, they said they're going to deliver 75 day one releases a year, not just Xbox's ones, but like their partnerships as well, like
Yeah.
Expedition. If you could count that times, let's say an average, some of those won't be full price games, but if you say an average of £40, you're gonna make any money. But that's assuming you play all 75 of those fucking games. So to me, the value is just dwindling now. I still support the idea because I'm a digital person now. I don't own physical things anymore. Games, anyway, music, DVDs, whatever. It's all gone. So by the way, we're going on a whole tangent here. When you buy a game on PlayStation, you don't own that shit. It's a license, whatever it's called. They can take that away whenever they want. I don't understand
Oh yeah, yeah,
the whole how that works, but anyway, massive tangent. I still think it's a good value. It's just it's getting much less.
yeah. I think I so obviously there'll be people who pay it yearly and will get rid of it now. But I think their main thing to do it is uh if there's a game that someone was going to buy, but it's on Game Pass and they can get it for a tenner and complete it in a month, and
Yes.
it's a game they probably it's not something like you go like, oh, I want to replay that. Like you just want to play it, get the story done. It's like they're getting that game for a tenner, and it's like
Yes.
if they're canceling after that, it's like I think that's why they've increased it is to
Yeah. Stop that.
if people who are going to do that, or even if they're still going to do it, you now got to pay double because
Yes. 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 Yeah.
I think that's probably where they're pissing them off. And I also think that's why like PlayStation will never do it just because they can make too much money from just actually selling the game.
Yeah. That's a good
And
point because that's what I was doing with Ubisoft Plus. Whenever I think it was Star Wars Outlaws come out, I bought a month of Ubisoft Plus, beat it within the month, and I was
that's
like, bang, cancelled, done. I've got that game for a
that's what I've done
tenner.
with Shadows.
Exactly.
Like so
That's
I
what I
could
did as
review
well, but I
Shadows.
didn't play it probably. Um, so I get it. I do get that side of it, and that's what it's going to become for me. I think
Yeah,
if the Claire Obscure sequel, actually the Claire Obscure sequel, I'll probably buy now because I know I'm going to love that. But you
yeah.
know what I mean. The next big thing where it comes out and everyone's like, "Oh shit, actually you should play that." I'll be like, "Okay, it's a £70 game. I'm not entirely sure. Let's just get a month of Game Pass." Um,
Yeah.
and then probably what will happen is I'll make the fucking most of it that month. I'll be like, I'm playing everything on Xbox I can possibly pay for a month because I've spent 30 quid. Um, it's interesting. I'm so interested in what happens with Game Pass now, but they're gonna have to deliver on 75 games now as well. If they do 70, everyone's gonna be like, hang the fuck on. You said 75.
You said,
Like,
"Where's our five?"
I want those fucking 5 games, or you cut my price down. Like that's
Yeah,
I was really impressed when they said 75. I was like, oof. I hope you're ready to actually deliver on that.
just yeah, it's just worrying times. I wonder how long they are actually going to carry on being about.
Yeah, that's the other thing is if Xbox are actually going to carry on as they are, or just become a service, which
Service, yeah, I
could
think is more likely. You know,
I think
yeah,
that's the end game, obviously. Um, Jack, I want to get your thoughts on Borderlands 4. Obviously, I've been on this podcast a few times and said that I'm not a Borderlands fan. I liked Borderlands 1. I like the Tales of the Borderlands, the Telltale game back in the day.
yeah, yeah.
Um, but other than that, I've only dipped in and out of them. But you're, I wouldn't say a super fan, but you've played pretty much all of them.
I like Borderlands.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, I played all of them.
So I'd call you the biggest fan I know anyway. What did you think of it? How does it stack up with the rest? And then if you feel like you can, could it score? You finished it, right? Completely?
Yeah, yeah,
Well,
finished it.
storyline.
Well, not 100%, but whole main story's done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then obviously
Um,
give a score out of 10 after.
yeah, I've really enjoyed it. I think, um, as I said, I don't know if I've said it on podcast before, but I've said it when I've been streaming sometimes, and that if like Borderlands 2 had Borderlands 3 mechanics, it'd be like the best game. But then like now it'd be like if Borderlands 2 had Borderlands 4 mechanics. So the mechanics, the gunplay, like all the little extra things they've added in, like you've got a whip now, helps you get up to things, but you can like bring items towards you, like in a bullet storm.
Yeah.
Um, so there's all little things like that, and obviously like all the mechanics, like the elemental stuff, and just like enemy typings, everything has just progressed really well. The map's different this time, so on like 1 and 2, you'd be on the same planet, but you had to travel quite a bit and to get to different areas, and there was quite a lot of moving about involved. As where this is just one map, so it doesn't take too long to get from one bit to the other, and then like right over to the other corner, which I think when I first started playing, I thought was quite a good change because it's there is quite a lot of redundant traveling in Borderlands 1 and 2, where you're just driving about and there's hardly any enemies about. But then, like the more I think about it, it was like that is the whole point of the first two games. They are supposed to be like a wasteland. Um, Areas aren't supposed to be mega built up. There isn't like civilization. So I was like, okay. And I think I preferred it. It makes the world seem a bit more real.
Yeah.
Like as there's just quite a lot going on in a small area, I think, in this map, which um yeah, I was happy about at first, but now that I've like gone through it, it just there's too much everywhere. Like couple side missions right next to each other, and I think like I just like it a little bit more spaced out.
Yeah.
Um but yes, good. The the new enemy was or like main bad guy, Timekeeper. He was good. He was definitely better than Borderlands 3 Calypso Twins, I think. Probably.
Definitely better than I
Like,
think.
well, it's because like even after finishing it, I was like, "Was that better than number 3?"
Mm,
Because that was the real test. I didn't think it was going to be better than 2
fine.
or 1 on that regard,
Yeah.
or the pre-sequel. But it was like, will it be better than 3? And then after finishing, I was like, yeah, I
Very
feel like it could
samey.
just sort of, yeah, very samey. Could just fall in line. But then
Yeah.
I was thinking maybe I'd like the boss enemy wasn't the best in uh the bosses, the Calypso twins wasn't the best in Borderlands 3, but I was thinking like, did I actually just prefer that story more than
Mm.
what 4 was offering up? Possibly. But we'll see. There's gonna be DLC, and they're gonna add new Vault Hunters, and they might do a PvP, which
Do you get
I
the DLC on these games, like all of them?
oh no, you actually have to pay it. Oh, what have I?
Yeah, like in the past, have you?
I have I have on older ones. I have on number 2 and 3, but
Okay.
uh yeah, no, they're actually quite good because they normally expand it and then they'll add in on the older games. It was they some of the DLC was added in, so it made it easier to like farm loot. As where on this one, once you do a boss, you can there's just a thing outside and you can pay a machine and it just resets the boss for like 15k for you. So you can go in, just kill it, and just let all the loot fill out. As where on the old game, doing like boss rewinds was a bit effort.
Yeah.
But so yeah, like good quality of life changes. Uh, like you constantly have a vehicle on you that you can spawn in whenever by just like clicking in the analog stick. As where before you had to find one. Quick traveling's made a lot easier as well. You can literally just open the map and do it. As where uh in the old games you actually had to walk up to like a quick travel lamppost, and then like that will let you go to other ones. But then again, like now that I think of it, I I sort of like that as well because it was like if you're in an area, you're stuck, and it's
Yeah.
like, and if you're getting knocked over, like you are stuck. So it adds to the world feeling real again. Like you can't just quickly get away. But yeah, I really enjoyed it. As a score, other than actually before I go anywhere, the performance on PS5 is dog shit. I really don't get how uh it can be released and not be a solid 60
Did you see what
or
Randy Pitchford said to like how to make it better? So he's obviously
oh
the main man behind it, isn't he?
yeah, his was obviously all about like PC players moaning, weren't it?
Oh, okay. Didn't he say like, "Oh, turn it off and turn it on again" or something like that?
Oh, bro, all of them was so bad. He was sort of like, maybe you should just upgrade your machine. He's like, you've got like a 15-year-old dog shit laptop, and it's like, no, it's like there's people playing this on like £1,000 rigs,
He's
and
such an idiot.
it's awful. But uh, like on console builds for games nowadays, I think you have to offer a toggle for a 60 FPS mode and a 30
Yes, a million
FPS mode.
percent. It's silly because I I I think developers should be able to pick which one should be played, what they think the
Yeah,
experience should be.
yeah,
But at the end of the day, I think people do have a preference, and I think if you did a poll, I imagine it's like 70% just want the performance and
yeah,
30% want the
100%.
graphics.
I
Um,
th
but
I
yeah, I
think
think there should at least be a toggle.
yeah, like I always think about it. When I first got my PS5, what was the options on Miles Morales for frame
You
rate? Was
had
one
no,
was
you
it
had
60 with
60 with
thir
60, yeah,
ray
60.
tracing?
Yeah, then you had a ray tracing mode, which was
Was that
it
30?
aimed for 60. I think that was always the word. It was like it were aiming for 60
Oh,
with ray tracing, or you just had the quality mode, which was like all the bells and whistles of 30 frames.
yeah, yeah. So it's like I remember the first time I played that on my PS5 and I turned it up so it was on like a 60 FPS setting and how smooth it was, and then
Yeah.
turning it down, and then
Some
I
games are so
realized like,
noticeable, isn't it?
oh yeah, it's unbelievably noticeable. And like comparing it to when I was on the Xbox One before, and you maybe played some story games and they were nowhere near 60, and then you think like I can't go back.
Yeah.
Like, but for some games it isn't necessary at all. But like I think yeah, once you get used to it, and because the game is trying to hit 60 and then it's having all these massive drops and it's just
So there's no
constantly
toggle on
not
this one.
smooth. No, there's no toggle. I don't. There a performance? I can't remember. I can't remember. There might be. There might be, but I'm not sure.
But
But
even if there
either
is,
way,
you're trying performance mode. You're on the
I
60
would.
one, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. If there is, I'd be on the performance mode, and it's just like I think the easiest way to tell it is like in Ghost of Yotei when we've been playing. If you spin round on the spot, everything's smooth. Well, I've turned motion blur off as well, but like everything's
Yes.
smooth, and if you spin round on the spot on Borderlands 4, it starts like dropping a
Stuttering.
little bit
Yeah.
and cutting, and you just think,
So
what? Like how?
that's in moments where there's nothing going on as well. Like, for example,
Oh
I
yeah, yeah,
find a lot of games struggle when there's so much happening on the screen. But this is just in a random moment you turn around and it stutters.
yeah. Because
Wow.
I'm gonna guess it's due to um I don't know how much of the map is loaded at one time,
Mm,
or like how many of the world events are going on bits you can't see. I know obviously it won't be loaded if you can't see it,
yeah.
but and that, as you drive, it does you see how the textures change and stuff like that. But it just seems like they were able to get smoother frame rates from the older games because they were just locking stuff in to like different areas, as whereas one big area just it does seem hard. And I also have a sneaky theory that whenever they got asked to make a Switch 2 build for it, he was like, fucking everyone on that. And then the build for that got complete. That's only going to be 30 FPS. But then I was like, they're probably like, right, put that onto other stuff. So I don't reckon they probably did like a full PS5 and Xbox build for it. Or maybe they started on that. Nintendo came in and then they just took it over that. And then whatever work they had from that just went into it. 'Cause it doesn't feel like they've bothered trying to optimize it for
Yeah.
consoles, or at least like the big main two consoles. Normally, when a game releases, like I think when Star Wars released, I mean, did that have issues everywhere?
Outlaws or Survivor.
Uh, one of them. I can't remember.
Survivor had major issues at launch, and that was mostly PC, and I think maybe some PS5. I didn't personally have many at all, any issues at all.
No,
I had one glitch actually. I remember.
but it
But
was like
I
pretty
think
much
PC was
unplayable on
horrendous.
PC,
Yeah,
weren't it?
yeah,
So like, yeah, that was the point I was going to say. Normally, when a big game comes out, like a AAA game, it will be optimized perfectly for consoles straight away.
yeah.
And it's always PC people who are like,
Yes.
"How the fuck can you
Yeah.
release this on PC?" As where like this time, I'm seriously sitting there when it's stuttering and it can get bad and headachy, and you're thinking, how have they released it like this?
Mm.
And the fact there's no field of view slider. And there was one on Borderlands. There was one on Borderlands 3 on console on Xbox One. and it's like the game doesn't look that much different.
Yeah.
It's not like mega realistic graphics, and it's like, and you know they've locked it because if you turned it back, it just fucked the frame rate.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. They've done it to protect
So, and
themselves, really.
yeah, but it's locked in so small to. I think Call of Duty nowadays is set to 90 when you first go on before you even change it. Borderlands is like 70. So
Right.
everything is just tunnel vision. It feels like you've got two things here just blocking your vision constantly. And
Yeah.
it generally makes you motion sick when you're trying to play. But yeah, so that was another bad point. People on PC don't have that problem because they just let them have a slider, but
Yeah.
they didn't let us have one this time. But yeah, other than that, it was pretty good. I did enjoy it. I've still got a lot more to do in it, to be fair. Pretty much, God, probably like 70% of the side missions still to do.
Yeah.
But yeah, I enjoyed it. I'd probably give it a 7.5,
Okay.
maybe a 7. Yeah, 7. I'll go for a 7. I'm
Seven
good with
being
it at
good, eight
7.
being great. You'd say not quite great.
Oh no, yeah, 7's a good for it.
Yeah. Okay.
Because I think if I played it on PC on a rig that was smooth, I would have loved it.
Yeah.
I think that was like the big gripe for me playing it
Performance.
on PS5 was just performance. I mean, it would have been great, but yeah, I really love I really like that game.
Cool. If you had to rank them in terms of best to worst, it sounds like Borderlands 2 is the best.
Probably 2, 1, maybe the pre-sequel.
Yeah.
See, the pre-sequel's weird because it's got like good mechanics, but the story was just a bit like meh. But
Right.
uh, I'll go 2, 1, 3, pre-sequel. Oh, it
Put
probably would
four at
be
the bottom.
last. It probably would be. I really liked 3. A lot, the bosses were shit, but everything else about it was really
Yeah.
good. As well, like it's like if Borderlands 3 had Borderlands 4 main baddie, then maybe it'd be better. But oh yeah, I don't know. I mean, maybe I'm not even sure on that ranking. I don't know.
So at least it seems to be 2-1 pre-sequel, and
It's
then
probably 2, 1 pre-sequel, or
3 and 4 could be,
yeah,
or 2, 3, 4 and pre-sequel could be any way around.
yeah.
Yeah, fair enough. Cool. Thank you for going through that one. I won't be playing it. If it comes, even if it comes free to PlayStation Plus, I doubt I'll play it, but who knows? Maybe I will. Um, I don't want to spend too much longer. I want us to get away and get some sleep, but I do want to quickly talk about Hades 2 because I didn't get to talk about it last week. Um, Hades 2 out now on Switch 2 and PC, I believe. That's the only two places you can get it. Steam, because I think it's been on Steam Early Access for about a year now, including Steam
Yeah,
Deck. Um, Hades 1, I should say, I really enjoyed. I never beat it. I put a fair amount of hours into it, and I don't know what boss I got up to. It was a boss where there was like two enemies. Did you play Hades 1, Jack?
I played a bit of it on my Steam Deck, but I think I did like 4 or 5 hours.
Right.
I never completed it. Yeah,
There was a big boss which I call like a dragon. I don't think it's quite a dragon, but it's dragony kind of thing. And then there's a boss with like this thing that was chasing you around a room. There's two enemies, and one of them was chasing you around a room. I can't remember what they were called now. Um, but I never got past that bit because once I got to that bit, I'd kind of moved on to a different game and kind of lost touch on it. Hades 2, I was really excited for because I really enjoyed Hades 1. It was obviously Game of the Year, I think, that year, or at least in some places it was Game of the Year. And I heard very good things about it. Picked it up on launch day. I've only put 7 hours in. The main reason for that is NBA and FIFA have come out around the same time,
yeah,
and I am enjoying all three games. My Switch is getting so much use right now between the three of them. I'm literally playing one match of NBA, my career mode, and then doing one run of Hades, then doing one match on FIFA, and like literally just switching around like that, and I'm having so much fun. But
yeah.
anyway, Hades 2. Hades 2 is so much harder than Hades 1. I am really fucking struggling in this game. I It took me a while to get past the first boss. Obviously, this is a roguelike mode, so you're constantly doing loads of different runs. Now I can get past that first boss every single time pretty easily.
Yeah,
I sometimes I fuck up a bit and lose. So I've already got this skill or whatever you want to call it, a perk where I can revive myself once. So I basically have two lives rather than one on a run. And I know I have to get past that first boss with that intact because otherwise I am fucked.
Yeah.
because the second part is just harder. The second area you go to is just harder than the first, naturally. But that second boss, man, I just can't do it. I've tried it. I don't know how many runs I've done. I think I've done nearly 20 in total. I think I've got to the second boss 3 or 4 times,
Yeah.
and I've got it closer. I am getting it closer to finishing it, but I just can't do it. So in this second boss, I mentioned Hades 1 had two enemies at one point, like two main
Yeah.
bosses. This one has three, and like I'm just fucking struggling because they're all doing three different moves, and I know I've got to take out one of them in particular first because it's got the most annoying moves, almost like the massive like area of effect moves, where I have to
Yeah.
constantly dodge it. But you don't kill them. They kind of just you just stun them for a while, and until when you stun
Okay.
all three of them, they kind of come back for like the second bit, and then it's that I can get to that bit, but it's then doing them again is where I run out of health. Basically,
Just
it's a
yeah.
matter of health. If I had more health and more time, I'd be able to do it. Um,
It's,
but I don't remember being
those
this
boss
hard
fights.
before.
Oh, I I can only speak from playing the first one. I haven't played the second one, but I fucking did struggle. Like I struggled with the boss fights massively.
Yeah, it's. I know they were hard. Like I know that from the last time, but there's something about this one just feels so much harder. That this second boss, I can't explain how difficult I am struggling with it. And there's even bits in the rooms before leading up to it. This, it's basically the second part is, I guess, kind of underwater. I guess kind of. It's like Poseidon's
Yeah.
area ish. Um, and there's one particular enemy. There's just fish. It's like a small fish, but there's
Yeah.
fucking loads of them, and they're like almost like swordfish. They just all dart at you at the same time, and I'm like, hang the fuck on. There's too many of you. Like it's just really fucking difficult. They're easy to kill, but it's the volume of them, and I
Yeah.
really struggle with them. And they end up taking a load of my life away, and that really fucks me off. Um, but overall, I'm loving it. Even though I'm struggling with it, I'm loving it. So far, I think I've got 4 or 5 different weapons. I'm enjoying all the different characters I've met so far. They've all got their own personalities. The art in this game, like the
I was gonna
style
say,
and the colors, fucking phenomenal.
is the dialogue still like humorous?
Yes, it's still very good. I'd say less humorous so far.
Yeah.
I remember the first one being quite funny.
Yeah.
Bit more serious this time, I guess. There's so many different gods that I'm talking to and stuff that I don't
Like just
remember
learning
all of them.
about.
I'm learning new ones every fucking day. Um, but it's really good. I At the moment I would lean towards Hades 1 only because I think I've got further on that game, so I can think more fondly of it. But I can see this one really being one of my favorite games of the year personally if I can get further. I At this point I wouldn't put it that high on my list because I feel like I've barely touched the surface, even though
Yeah.
I've put 7 hours in, which isn't that long. I know. The more hours I put in, the better I'll get. But I'm really hoping that I can finally beat a roguelike game. I don't think I've ever beaten one off the top of my head. Um, no, I don't think so. I don't count
You
Souls
must have won.
games.
You've never won on Balatro.
Oh yeah, Balatro counts. Yeah, I've won on Balatro. Oh yeah, that
Yeah.
counts. That's the easiest
I was gonna
roguelike
say,
game though.
if you never won on the amount of hours you put into it,
No, I definitely won. I definitely won on Balatro multiple
I'll never
times.
get past Anti free.
Yeah. No, that's a good point. Yeah, Balatro does count. Okay, but in terms of a non-card
I know what you mean.
based
Like, yeah, yeah,
roguelike
yeah.
game, I think it'd be my first. So really enjoying it. Wanted to play more. It was only, was it 20 quid or something, £15, whatever it was. It was maybe
Yeah, that's
25.
good.
Um, I think some of the best games this year have been not full price. Split Fiction, this, Clair Obscure Expedition,
Elden Ring.
Elden Ring
You're
Night
not gonna
Rain
say it,
was not full price.
but
But I've not played it, but Blueprints, everyone loves Blueprints. I've not played that yet, but that was a
yeah,
cheaper game. Um, it's just very interesting. Yeah, obviously, Ghost Yote is a full price game, which hopefully will be one of the better games this year. But a lot of them have been cheaper. Um, so yeah, looking forward to playing more. Loving my Switch 2 at the moment. Getting so much playtime. This kind of period that I'm in has justified my purchase. I think when me and you reviewed it, Jack, it was kind of like, yeah, Mario Kart's great, but we need more. Basically, was kind of the
yeah.
vibe. Obviously, Donkey Kong came, which was great, but now I'm in this period where I want to play my Switch basically all the time. And I knew that FIFA and NBA would be the ones to do that for me because they're
Yeah.
the games when you back in the old days, you just pick up the PlayStation, just play one match or a couple of matches and log off. Being able to do that handheld is just perfect. I know you've
Yeah.
not dipped into those yet, and they do have their issues with frame rates and whatnot. If you prefer 60, um, but they're so fun, and
I,
I'm in a great place now
I,
with Yote, NBA, Hades, and FIFA. It's just such a good time.
I think I will pick up FIFA eventually on it, to be fair, because I think just that thing of being able to play in bed
Yeah.
and play a little bit of career mode in bed would be beautiful. But yeah, I think yeah, Pokemon will be my next pickup on it.
Mm.
I'm really looking forward to that. I'm planning to absolutely smash hours into
And
it.
that's next week. Like I've got all these fucking
Yeah, it
games,
is.
and then Pokemon's next week. It's
Yeah,
insane. Like it's such a good time. And then I don't know. I think Battlefield is this week. I'm not
I thought
picking it
is it.
up. I think it's
I
this
can't
week.
remember. I ain't gonna lie. I'm not gonna be buying it, but
No,
I thought when I first thought it got announced, I thought it was like start of October, but
which is
I would have
now.
been. Oh no, 10th
Yeah, this I think it's
this week.
Friday.
This
Yeah.
week. So
Um,
yeah, so someone out there who's enjoying Yote, Battlefield, and then Pokemon.
and
They've had a
people
great
FIFA was
3
not that long
weeks.
ago, is it? So it's
FIFA, and then before that, Borderlands.
well, yeah,
It's
it's
just been
pretty.
released. It's been
No,
rough for my bank.
it has
Just
been
very,
rough. And I was considering not picking up Pokemon, but the closer it gets, I'm like, I've got to pick it up. Like I
it's
have to pick it
Pokemon,
up.
and
Yeah.
it's
Um, and we'll probably have a podcast reviewing that as well at some point. But um, anything else you want to talk about before we wrap up, Jack?
uh no, I haven't really been playing anything else really.
Cool. I mean, there's been
Pokemon
enough.
Go when I walk the dog. That's Pokemon Go has been quite fun recently. Just walking the dog and like as soon as you get a couple shinies and then you get a couple legendaries, and like there's quite a lot of gyms around the park near where I live,
Yeah,
and you can put your Pokemon in the gyms, and then if they spend a certain amount of
you get
time, you get the
coins, right?
currency you can
Yeah,
use.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So that you end up just constantly earning enough coins to go and get the remote raid passes. So
yeah,
people will be doing like a Regigigas raid, but it'd be in America. So you can just use one of them to do it, catch yourself one. So I've just been enjoying just putting myself in gyms and then earning the coins, catching legendaries. It's actually been really fun. My mates George and Alfie, they were sessioning it since it like first came out. And then when until like a couple months ago, they were like, "Do you not play?" I was like, "No, should I?" Went back into my old account from 2016, and I've just been smashing it since.
yeah. Hearing yours, like you've been telling me about it for a while, it's made me want to. It's one of those games I've dipped into every now and then, and I get hooked and then drop out.
Yeah,
I've recently re-downloaded the Pokemon Pocket because they had
yeah.
the new event
I've
out,
Yeah,
which
I've always had it installed, but yeah, I keep forgetting to do my packs as well.
see, I'm hooked again, and not really on the gameplay side of things, but with the packs. Like, I just want to. Every time I see a
Oh no, yeah, I
notification
don't
come up,
battle
I'm
on it
like,
anymore.
yeah, I'll
Got
open a
it.
pack.
It's like gambling on it. It's just nice.
Yeah, but I'm not spending money. It's great. It's
No,
just
yeah,
a free
exactly.
version of gambling. But
That feeling
they
of match attacks.
today they introduced a single player mode, like where the challenges again, where you can get certain
Okay.
cards, and it's a Raichu event, so you get a special Raichu card. So I did that today. Got one of them. It took me about 8 matches to get Raichu, so that was quite good. And I enjoy that side of it. I don't from when we did it last time. I know we need to wrap up, but the online side was always there wasn't really much incentive to do it. You didn't get much for doing it. Um,
Yeah.
I might try an online game and see if that's changed because since doing this pack, I've got some new cards I'd like to try and see if they're any good. Um, but I remember it just being pointless. So um, I'll stick to the single player stuff, which I find fun. On the expert level,
Yeah.
it is a challenge. It's not straightforward. There is strategy to it. So um, that's enough for me. Just trying to get the cards. It's purely
Yeah.
just trying to catch them all, I guess, which is the what Pokemon Go is about, really.
Yeah, exactly.
Cool. Well, that has been it for this week. Jack, before we go, where can people follow you?
You can find me over on Twitch at twitch.tv/generali.
Thank you, everyone, for listening to the Late Night Gamer podcast. I've lost my notes. If you enjoyed the episode, please give us a follow, leave a rating, and tell a friend about us. You can follow us on all social medias with the handle at the LNG Pod. Next week, we are back with our favorite horror games. Obviously, we're getting into horror season, Halloween around the corner. So, we're going to be talking about that. Until then, I have been your host, Welchy, and my guest has been Jack.
Thank you for having me.
Thanks for listening and keep on gaming.